Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Shunting Stories. So today we're looking at a new project to kick off 2026. I've been working on a few little end scale projects that I'll share with you at another point, but I thought let's take a look at a new project from the start and some of my thoughts on it and where it might be heading. So we're looking at some HO and OO track. It's brand new Pico set track that I purchased to fit this floating shelf. We've got the cork baseboard down as a starting point. And let's check a look at some of the items I've had in boxes that really need to be used and thought would be a good basis for this project. So as you know, if you've seen previous videos of my, I do like my plastic building. So got sort of a vintage building here. A lot of people think these look like toys, but once I put them in the layout and start to get a theme together, I might start looking at some painting techniques to weather some of these, but for now I really love the vintage styling of these, and they've been made as per the kit. Really nice condition. I generally spend around $10 to $15 on these depending on their condition, from a local train shop that's got some really lovely secondhand stuff, so that means I save on postage as well. Two other buildings that I've got from the same shop. Got a station here, really nice condition. Some elements there. I think there's a little downpipe that needs repairing. It's got a nice little sliding door detail. Just plastic kit again. So that might be really nice to fit on this layout. I think it's a Fowler design. Also got a small little country station here, so same sort of colourings. Looks like this is a quick kit, so I guess 70s or 80s. And yeah, no painting and weathering on these, which is what I really look for when I'm buying second hand. Much rather put my own techniques and style onto them. So with the signal box here, we're really starting to get a real consistent sort of theme going. So further to that, we need some locos and rolling stock. So one of my first locos I ever got getting into the hobby with this Tyco shunter. So it's really nice condition. Most of the components there, the two horns are there, a little bit of residue on there from a price sticker, but everything else looks quite nice. The running gear is really good, and it's got the two couplings. I did get this serviced. I took it to a local train shop and they did, I think, 3 shunters for around $40, or like an hourly rate, and then all the lubricants and oils, etc., were included in that, and they gave me a really good looking over, and said they're really good runners. So I looked forward to powering up this track and giving this one a go. I think it's got a working light on the front as well. So yeah, this was bought second hand. I think around the $40 to $50 mark, because it's a little bit better condition. But keep your eye out for these Tyco shunters. If you're getting into the hobby, these are a great option. Keep in mind what couplings you use for your rolling stock. And they are quite good because they've got some really nice weight to them straight out of the factory. So yeah, that's a good option if you're a beginner like myself. To continue the Tyco theme, I picked up this, I guess it's like a little rail bus. In HO scale. So this is a little tram, rail bus kind of thing. Interesting that on the side of this box they've got the little Tyco shunter that I've just shown, so it's obviously similar generation. Can't remember how much I paid for this one. I think a bit more for this because it's in a box and these are becoming not easy to find. Let's just take a look. Always go for items in packaging as much as I can, because just from experience, because these are getting very old now, it really protects their condition. So yeah, we've got Main Street graphics, we've got some decals on the side to imitate people inside, quite bright. So I know many people don't really like this styling because it looks like a sort of a toy train set, but I don't mind sort of vintage styling. Can still look quite nice with some of these buildings I've shown. So we're starting to get a little bit of a theme together. So we've got a rail bus, and what I'm liking about this is it's quite small. It will run on this little shelf layout quite nicely. I've got room to move through the passing points. So in terms of scale, to help most of you know what a Tyco shunter looks like on the shelf. So there you go. It's very similar wheelbase. Could even be the similar sort of motor inside. So I'll look at getting this one here serviced up and running too. So yeah, some nice little elements to start the project off. We've also got recently, I picked up this week, this Lima Loco. This was $40, second hand of course. I've been keeping an eye out for these. These can go from anywhere from 30 in average condition all the way up to 100 in a box. That's all Australian dollars of course, but this was 40. There's a little bit of wear on the wheels, but I've seen a video of it running and it seems to be okay. The body's not too bad, it just needs a little bit of a clean. Obviously buying second hand a lot of the time, as you know, it can have dust on it, so I'll just give it a little bit of a wipe down. It's got the couplings in place, and importantly the couplings match some Lima rolling stock that I might introduce in another video as well. So straight away we've got some trains we can run, so that's exciting. And the reason why I picked up this particular model is just a little bit shorter wheelbase compared to other, I think this is like a BR. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a BR locomotive, something a little bit longer, and this suits sort of this shelf switching layout, so that's exciting. Some other items I've collected for this project, so I've got the classic Peco buffer stops. Grabbed them from the train shop when I saw them while they were in stock. These disappear fairly quickly, so I grabbed those. Bought them locally to support a shop as well, and rather than online and paying postage. They're the same shop that did a really lovely job on servicing my locos, so I really am mindful of supporting shops that also help me as I learn the hobby. Ultimately I'm going to get advice through them, not an online shop. So yeah, I've just picked up some set track as I've seen it when it's on sale, or the correct size. So hopefully you can see this, but we've got 2 points at the moment, and it'll just be manual points that I can switch myself, and the cork base, so that's ready to add some acrylics to start to get a little bit of a theme going with my layout. And to finish off, I picked up this grass mat from a local shop as well. This is Woodland Scenics grass mat. It's around 45, so that's quite expensive. If you're getting into the hobby, want to save some money, I know Temu and Amazon have fake grass on mats, but I'm not sure of the quality. This is obviously Woodland Scenic, so I think it's self-adhesive on the back. And this one's called Spring Grass, if you're looking for something for your project. So I might cut that up and add it to this project. Another option I had also was the shelf layout that's sitting on this IKEA table here. I thought I could actually use the whole table as the project and attach the track to that, so that's also an option. So I've got option 1, shelf, or the table itself. So I'm going to work through that and see what track I've got and the best layout. So I wanted to share with you an exciting new project. I appreciate the subscribers that have jumped onto the channel so far, and a big shout out to Mike at Budget Model Railways. Your layouts and dialogue is always very inspiring for someone like myself getting into the hobby, so thank you. And if you're watching, please add any comments and tell me what you like to see. This is all sort of new to me, and just enjoying the process of finding different elements for the project and kicking this off. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.